You remember yesterday, well, if you saw me yesterday, you'll remember perhaps that we talked about adverbs, these little particles that you have together with a verb, and that they change the meaning. I think the one we finished on yesterday was up, to finish up a job, to drink up your milk, to clean up your mess. It means to complete doing what you're supposed to be doing. So if you save, that can go on forever. If you save up, once you've saved up enough money, you stop, you're completed. Obviously the opposite of up is down. So let's look at some verbs with down. Where have we got them? Okay. Down can also mean completion in a way, but it has more a sense of destruction rather than completion. For example, they burned down the house. They didn't just burn the house, they burned it down, so it was completely destroyed. They can pull down a building. They didn't just pull down pieces, they pulled it down completely. To cut down a tree rather than cut a tree. Can you get the feeling, you get the sense now? To tear down something. I mean, all these verbs are pretty destructive, aren't they? There's burn, pull, cut, tear. But of course you can fall down. You can fall and you can fall down, which is in a way more extreme than just falling. You can tone down something, soften it. I don't know if that's really destroying it. It can actually be quite a positive thing, can't it, if you tone down your criticism. So that's not quite the same. To knock down somebody, that's to knock them over. And also it could be to kill them, couldn't it? I mean, she was knocked down by a car. I mean, that sounds pretty catastrophic. It's not just a little bump, she was knocked down. And to break down a door, for example, you don't just break in, you break down the door. So down means that usually it means that something is destroyed or spoiled. Somebody watered down my drink. They spoiled my drink. And everybody knows that the drink is no longer as good as it was before. So these little words are actually very important. And they play a big role in English, but we never think about them. Let's have a look at another one. Let's try out. Out. That usually means to do something clearly, something very loud perhaps. For example, to shout out, to speak out, to read out, to call out, to shriek out. Can you hear that it's making it very clear or very loud? Actually, I think I forgot to mention down when I was talking about down. It can also mean to write something, write something down. But of course you can say to write something up. So it's a bit confusing for foreigners sometimes when they're trying to learn English. Let's have a look at another. Oh no, I was talking about out, wasn't I? Out can also be something that happens very, very suddenly, I think. For example, you could say an epidemic broke out. It wasn't just a slow thing that was happening. It happened very suddenly. Or war broke out between two countries. Burst out, broke out. These are all things that happen quite suddenly without. Then of course there's the idea of distributing something. He handed out a lot of papers. She handed out money. They handed out tickets. To share out. If you have a lot of things, you share them out among the people. So out can mean also to distribute something. And let's try one more Off. Well, off takes a long time to talk about. Well, I'll try now. If you were to set off, for example, if you were to push off, if you were to pass off. Now, off is actually off is quite an interesting word. I'll save it for tomorrow. Talk to you tomorrow.